At the center of this destruction was a single terrifying figure, Overlord Zog. His vision of a unified empire under his rule drove the invasion of every peaceful world. The peace didn't last. By the year 1940, the Zog Empire launched a massive surprise attack, striking deep into the heart of the free systems. The invasion began by crushing the first line of defense. Key outposts, once thought safe, were destroyed or bypassed within days by the advancing enemy fleet. The Empire used lightning attacks, fast strikes that appeared right inside city defenses, catching the defending armies completely by surprise. Soon, the war reached the major population centers. The home systems were no longer safe. They were now the new front line of the struggle. Capital cities were cut off and bombed for months. Food and fuel ran low as fire rained from the sky day and night. Every world had to change. Factories moved deep underground to build the ships and weapons needed to fight back and survive. The Empire even used a scorched earth policy, destroying entire star systems just to slow the Allied forces down as they tried to retreat. Entire planets were sacrificed, turned into fire and ash. Billions of lives were lost in the path of the Empire's terrible destruction. Millions lost their homes and fled toward the safer zones, looking for shelter in the crowded space stations of the interior. The Council was divided. Some leaders wanted to surrender to save lives, while others demanded a fight until the very end. But in secret, the Allied forces built a new hope: the Ghost Fleet. These were sleek ships designed to hide from the Empire's radars. These ships used secret technology to sneak past enemy lines and strike the Empire's massive carriers with perfect accuracy. The Allied High Command gambled everything on one giant counterattack, a mission to destroy the Empire's main shipyard. The largest fleet in history was gathered for this single mission. The Allied forces were no longer hiding. The tide was beginning to turn. The battle for the shipyard was a massive clash of energy and metal. For many days, the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. The victory was won, but at a staggering price. For every enemy ship destroyed, the Allies lost many of their finest and bravest souls. The cost was more than just ships and fuel. It was a blow to the soul of civilization. Across the galaxy, the light was dimming. Planets that were once beautiful were turned into graveyards, their cities turned to ash by constant orbital bombing. By the end of 1941, the enemy was at the doorstep. The last safe places were no longer out of the Empire's reach. A giant energy shield was built around the last free systems, a final hope to protect the people and their way of life. But the Empire revealed one final horror: a world-ending weapon capable of wiping out a world in one shot. The galaxy was on fire. The time for heroes was over. Now, the war had entered its deadliest stage. The story of the Great Galactic War will continue.